On the news, Nigeria's inflation rate increases for the 10th consecutive time to 23.27% amid rising food prices. NLC accuses federal government of disobeying court orders amid contempt charge. And appeal court affirms Sanwo-Olu's victory, dismisses Abdulaziz Adediran Jando's appeal. Hello and welcome to News Now. I'm Simisola Atiku. Nigeria's annual inflation rate rose to 27.33% in October from 26.72% in the previous month. This was disclosed by the National Bureau of Statistics (NBS) in its CPI report for September, released on Tuesday. The Statistics Office says the October 2023 headline inflation rate showed an increase of 0.61 percentage points when compared to the September 2023 headline inflation rate. The latest figure marks the 10th consecutive rise in the country's inflation rate this year. Correspondent Chidi Igwe tells us more.
October 2023, the headline inflation rate increased to 27.33% relative to September 2023 headline inflation rates, which was 26.72%. Looking at the movement, the October 2023 headline inflation rate showed an increase of 0.61% points when compared to the September 2023 headline inflation rates. According to NBS, on a year-on-year basis, the headline inflation rate was 6.24% points higher compared to the rate recorded in October 2022, which was 21.09%. This shows the headline inflation rates on a year-on-year basis increased in October 2023 when compared to the same month in the preceding year. However, on a month-on-month basis, the headline inflation rate in October 2023 was 1.73%, which was 0.37% lower than the rate recorded in September 2023, which came at 2.10%. The food inflation rate in October 2023 was 31.52% on a year-on-year basis, which was 7.80 points higher compared to the rate recorded in October 2022, which came off at 23.72%. The report reads, the rise in food inflation on a year-on-year basis was caused by an increase in prices of bread and cereals, fat and oil, potatoes, yam and other tubers, fish, fruits, meats, vegetable and milk, cheese and eggs, to mention a few. Now, on a month-on-month basis, the NBS said food inflation rate in October 2023 was 1.91%. This was 0.54% lower compared to the rate recorded in September 2023, which came off at 2.45%. The decline in food inflation on a month-over-month basis was caused by the decline in the rate of increase in the average prices of fruits, oil and fats, coffee and tea, cocoa, bread and cereals. Chidi Igwe, TV360 News, Lagos.
Well, let's speak on this further. Economic expert Akin Ogunshola joins me to discuss this new increase in the nation's inflation rate. Thank you for joining me, Mr. Ogunshola. Now, we seem to be moving closer to the 30% inflation mark. It appears there is no respite in sight. Now, how should the government tame this rising inflation?
Thank you very much for having me. I think government has been, adopting several strategies, but it seems these strategies are not working yet because probably they are not adopting the right strategies to tame this inflation rise. One of the strategies that the federal government has used or has adopted before now is to declare state of emergency on food production. And haven't declared state of emergency on this food production in July or August, we still see food inflation going up. So apart from insecurity that the federal government felt that is actually causing the rise in food inflation, there are other indices also that is also causing this food inflation that the federal government is taking into consideration. One of them is the price of diesel, also the price of petroleum products like petrol. The price of petrol yet witnessed increase again in the month of October from 614 that it was. It increased again to about 640, and those even outside Abuja and Lagos were actually purchasing it higher. And there was no reason other than that the price of crude has also gone up. So if any sharp rise in the price of food actually goes up, definitely inflation will go up. And you will also see now, that we are crossing into the Yuletide season where there will be high demand for food. So we still even anticipate that inflation will continue to go up. KPMG has also predicted that Nigeria's inflation by December will get to as high as 30%. And that's what I'm also aligning to, because federal government has not done anything positively on the price of diesel yet. They kept promising that we're going to start local production, but local production is yet to start. So these are the indications that is actually causing Nigeria's inflation. It's actually not man-made. It's just as a result of government policies, and that's why these inflation rates yet continue to go up.
All right, now briefly, food inflation is a big issue and it has continued to rise, and this is more impactful on citizens. Now, what do you think needs to be done to check it against further increase?
What government needs to do is to actually get supply very, very much easier. How will government get supply easy? Apart from the insecurity, that is there, that is hindering farmers from going to the farm to, get the harvest from the farm. There's also a problem of distribution of food, because the cost of transporting, for example, yam from the north down to Akwa Ibom is actually very high. So at the end of the day, it also adds to the price of yam automatically. So these are indices that government don't have control over. But if government can see that the production of diesel, petroleum, and even aviation fuel is actually done locally, I think this will have a great influence. Government has promised that by December, this petroleum product will be produced in December, especially from Dangote and Port Harcourt refineries. We are yet to see that. So the beginning of Dangote producing petrol and diesel in Nigeria will also have a very sharp impact on our inflation rate. So that is what we are just waiting for to see. So, but obviously, as things are going, I think the end is we're only anticipating by December to see what happens, whether government will fulfill the commencement of local production of petroleum products or not. But if we are yet to do that, inflation will continue to go up.
Well, hopefully by December, the federal government is able to rein in inflation. Akion Goshola, economic expert, thank you very much for speaking to us. Now, as the indefinite strike called by the Nigeria Labour Congress and Trade Union Congress TUC gets into its second day, Parliamentary Staff Association of Nigeria, PASAN, has downed its tools, signifying the number of government agencies joining the industrial action and swelling the ranks of the Labour Union. Correspondent Folashade Olusegun has details of this story.
It's day 2 of the NNC strike. All entry and exit gates of National Assembly is still under lock and keys. Both journalists and staff of National Assembly were restricted by parliamentary workers who have joined the nationwide indefinite strike. While expressing their grievances, they described the development as unacceptable.
Women, women come out now. This hungry too much. I need all our women, every Nigeria. Make we come out now. It's okay. As we not get man, we want to help us. We ready to help ourselves. Come out everywhere. Because our mama were dead there. If they listen now, make it know this. We don't die inside bush, inside corner. Our so we not fit sell anything. We not fit carry away something we sell for grand. Not to beat us, carry our load finish where we want to enter. So this one, when make it them come open these gates.
Well, NSC is a constituted body, and they are there to defend the interests of the masses and the labor force. So to have come up with some information at this, well, under the authority they operate with, there should have been some justification for that anyway.
Although the complex gate remains slightly open for security operatives and other essential workers, it remains inaccessible for journalists, legislative aides, and members of Parliamentary Staff Association of Nigeria, PASAN. While plenary is ongoing, TV360 observed that at 2 p.m. on Wednesday, November 15, no staff or visitor was allowed to enter or leave the offices within the premises. This is the third time the Nigerian Labour Congress will be calling for a strike this year, And after the first two did not go beyond 24 hours, this particular one is in its second day as the Parliamentary Staff Association of Nigerian Person, a union within the National Assembly, has moved to make sure its members fully comply with the directive from the NSA leadership. This decision reinforces the collective efforts to pressurize the government for a resolution. Folashade Olusegun, reporting for TV360, Abuja.
The Court of Appeal in Lagos has dismissed the suit filed by Abdulaziz Adediran, the governorship candidate of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), against the election of Babajide Sanwo-Olu. In March, the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) had declared Sanwo-Olu as the winner of the election to defeat his close challenger Gbadebo Rhodes-Viva of the Labour Party, while Jandor emerged a distant third. However, in a unanimous decision delivered on Wednesday, the three-member panel led by Yagata Nempar dismissed the grounds on the appeal raised by Adediran, popularly known as Jandor. The panel affirmed the judgment of the tribunal that upheld the victory of Sanwo-Olu as the elected governor of Lagos in the March 11 election. To party matters now, the People's Democratic Party (PDP) has appointed Setoji Kosheodo as its acting national secretary. Omar Damagon, acting national chairman of the PDP, announced Kosheodo's appointment at the end of the party's national working committee held in Abuja. Until his appointment, Kosheodo was the PDP deputy national secretary. Damagon said Kosheodo would serve in an acting capacity until all court issues are resolved, as the appointment was necessary to ensure the smooth functioning of the party amidst the ongoing legal proceedings. The appointment of the acting national secretary of the party violates a court order mandating the party to recognize Sunday Ude Okoye as its national secretary. Residents and motorists plying Mafoluku, the Mafoluku area of Lagos State, have lamented the poor state of the roads in the area and its negative effect on their businesses. Consistent rainfall and a lack of a suitable drainage system have put the roads in bad shape. Attempts to get the leadership of the Oshodi Local Government Council to fix the roads for years now have not yielded any positive results. Our correspondent Sydney Okafor completes the story.
A good road network makes the travel time for humans and goods from one point to the other easy, and it is a social amenity which is part of the social contract between the government and the people. However, the reverse is the case for residents of Mafoluku in Oshodi local government area, who groan over deplorable state of roads in their area. The people say that during the rainy season, everywhere becomes waterlogged, affecting even passerbys.
This road was constructed about four or 3 years back. So, but they don't do it well. When they do this road, after three months, when they do this road, that is how everything is scattered back. They only pour sand on it. They do not do it well. As you can see the road now, everybody is suffering on it. And this is one of the major roads that lead to airport.
One of the things we are facing here is a bad road. If you enter this street or street, down there is very bad. The same thing Ogunwemimo here is a very bad road. The same thing Olade in the street here is a very bad road. Even if you go to Abolaji, go to Bisam, it's a very bad road. So we don't know what is really happening. The government is not doing it, and we are using car. Government is collecting roadworthiness from us.
They are calling on the government to assist them, citing the impact that the area's poor road infrastructure has on their businesses.
If any day that rain fall, like you can see that down. No Okada will pass here. I will not have a customer. They will say if this place is full of water, so they cannot enter my shop. I will just remain there. So if government can help us to repair this road, even if I go to market during the raining day, Okada will not like to carry me to Oshinde. They will say, that street, no, I'm not going, no. That road is very bad.
According to one of the community leaders, they have reached out to the government, and what they have been promised is that work will start on these roads soon.
A lot of the roads are actually not motorable, and people have to just manage it. We had consultation with the chairman of the council. They assured us that next area to face is Mafoluku area and Shogunle. And we're expecting that action to be taken.
As the residents await the government to do the needful in the wake of all these challenges, residents say the community effort of pouring sand, stones, and grading the roads is making it a bit more accessible, and they are pleading with the government to act quickly. Sydney Okafo, TV360, Lagos.
We'll take a short break here, but still to come, World Bank disburses $299.99 million to Nigeria as palliative loan. We'll have details of the story and others when we return.
In the last 3 years, we have built a multi-purpose center, which is the envy of all in our constituency. And I can tell you that the people who are living there are already enjoying it.
Guy, do you think what this man just said is true? See, I seriously doubt. I'm sure it's one of those their silly lies.
And wait, do you know there's a way to find out if these things he's saying is true or not? This is the Construct app. It gives people like us a sure way to track implementation of constituency projects. It gives valid and verified information on location of projects, amounts allocated, amount funded, the level of job done, and even the profiles of concerned legislators. You and I can post directly on this app.
Are you serious?
This is the Go-To app if you want to know how our Commonwealth is being expanded by the government.
Wow. Let's even see if what this man said is true. Show me.
The Construct app is developed by Other Paper Nigeria with support from USAID and is available on both Google Play Store and Apple Store.
And it's true.
Of course, I told you.
Welcome back. A recap of our top stories. Nigeria's annual inflation rate rose to 27.33% in October from 26.72% in the previous month. This was disclosed by the National Bureau of Statistics (NBS) in its CPI report for September, released on Tuesday. The Statistics Office says the October 2023 headline inflation rate shows an increase of 0.61 percentage points when compared to the September 2023 headline inflation rate. The latest figure marks the 10th consecutive rise in the country's inflation rate this year. We also told you that the Court of Appeal in Lagos has dismissed the suit filed by Abdulaziz Adediran Jandor, the governorship candidate of the People's Democratic Party (PDP), against the election of Babajide Sanwo-Olu. In a unanimous decision delivered on Wednesday, the three-member panel led by Yagata Nimba dismissed the grounds on the appeal raised by Adediran. The panel affirmed the judgment of the tribunal that upheld the victory of Sanwo-Olu as the elected governor of Lagos in the March 11 election. Just in case you missed any of our news bulletins or for more updates, you can catch us on Limex World TV or log on to our website on www.tv360nigeria.com. You can also follow us on our social media platforms on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at TV360 Nigeria, or download our mobile app on Google Play Store and Huawei App Gallery. On Facebook, we're at TV360 Online. Well, let's now join Tamilore Akinkuolia for the latest in the world of business. What's the latest, Tamilore?
Well, Samir, the World Bank has just released $299.99 million to Nigeria from the approved $800 million allocated for the National Social Safety Net Program Scale-Up. The financial institution disclosed that roughly 37.5% of the entire loan disbursed. There remains a pending balance of around $442.88 million. The $800 million program to be implemented by the Federal Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation involves a monthly cash transfer program for poor and vulnerable Nigerians who have been hit at by recent policies such as the removal of fuel subsidy. The initiative is aimed at supporting 15 million households across the nation, with each household expected to receive 75,000 naira within 3 months. We'll take a break and be back with Stock Market Report. The local bus spot further on Wednesday by 0.25%, defying the latest inflation report to sustain a positive trend. In aggregate, 121 NGX-listed equities participated in trading, ending on a positive note with 39 gainers against 19 losers. Now on the winning side, Wando led the gainers chart from 10 naira 50 kobo, moving up to 11 naira 55 kobo, followed by Omatek, which ended up at 0 naira 77 kobo. At the end of Wednesday trading sectors, investors traded a total of 297 million volumes of shares valued at over 6 billion naira in 6,172 deals. Now over to a select global stock. The market sustained a 3-day streak of positive trading as they all ended in the bulls. And that's all on Business and Stock Market Report. Over to you, Simi, for the rest of the news.
Thank you very much, Tamilore. Now on the international scene, the British Supreme Court has ruled that a government plan to send asylum seekers to Rwanda is unlawful, saying they will not be safe. The UK's highest court issued its unanimous judgment on Wednesday, ruling that the scheme would put asylum seekers at risk of ill treatment because they could be sent back to their home countries once in Rwanda. The decision deals a major blow to Prime Minister Rishi Sunak's planned hardline immigration policy. A controversial plan to fly asylum seekers to Rwanda and ban them from returning to the UK has been subject to legal challenges since it was first announced by Boris Johnson in April 2022. Well, up next is Entertainment Report on News Now.
Nigerian rapper Oladipupo Oladimeji, popularly known as Oladips, has sadly passed away at 28 after losing the battle to an undisclosed illness. The heartbreaking news was announced by the rapper's management on Wednesday, November 15, 2023, disclosing that he passed away in the late hours of Tuesday, November 14, 2023. The post revealed that the rapper had been battling with an undisclosed illness privately for the past 2 years. The rapper was said to have collapsed in the presence of his friends on Tuesday night, sending them into a haze of panic. Oladip's death has thrown the music industry into mourning, as it is coming barely 2 months after the death of rapper Oladimeji Aloba, popularly known as Mohbad. Will Smith's team has come out to debunk allegations made by Brother Bilal, who claimed he caught the actor and his friend Wayne Martin having sex years ago. Smith's team reached out to TMZ saying the story is completely fabricated and the claim is false. A source close to the actor says they are considering taking legal actions against Bilal for his defamatory statement. And that's all on the entertainment segment of News Now. Okpayemi Owosheni, TV360 News.
And In sports, organizers of Nigeria's longest-running football awards brand, Nigeria Peach Awards, have commenced in earnest preparations for the hosting of the 10th edition of the awards. The awards, which made its debut in 2013 in Calabar, the Cross Rivers capital, has honored hundreds of Nigerian footballers across 16 categories in the last decade. Award nominees will be unveiled after a collegiate of voters are done voting by December 14 to January 2024. The 10th awards ceremony, which will hold in March 2024, will be preceded by a football stakeholders conference.
Nigerian Peach Awards as a platform simply want to first discuss the way forward to attract everyone that has one or two things to do with football in Nigeria. And I will believe that at the end of the day, we should be able to come up with a communique that can guide the way forward for our football. And we have begun work in earnest. We intend to have a symposium. We actually want to discuss, we're hoping that we'll have the ears of everyone, every partner, every stakeholder in the business of Nigerian football and sports generally to discuss the future of our great country. We need to be able to attract the interests of the federal government of Nigeria to know that sport is relevant. There must be a plan, there must be a scheme, for every Nigerian when it comes to sports. And so for us, that discussion is very important.
But what I see is the integrity, the credibility, and the transparency, of the voting process has contributed to its the lasting success, and it's also something that people can always look forward to and say, okay, yes, this is an award that at least we can believe, and everybody has come to accept it. That look, they know what they are doing, and it has never leaked.
And it's a wrap on our bulletin at this time. Thank you for watching. See you again next time. Bye for now.